Scary, wasn't it? Welcome back, guys. Hey, Tyron here with H.A.B. Outdoors. So, season's up. We're running way behind. We went and got us a feeder. Oh, trusty, cheap feeder. But we've learned through the years a couple modifications you can do. We're going to show you guys to take these cheap feeders into good feeders with just a little bit of extra money to make them a quality feeder. Y'all stick around. Okay, so what we got here is the Wild Game Innovation Evolution 270. I'm sure everybody's seen them. They're on the cheap end. They're a poly barrel. Everything kind of snaps together. A lot of people like them. A lot of people have some issues with them. This video, we're going to be showing this off. We're not sponsored by them. It's just something we buy. This is my fourth one, and the other three are still running strong. Actually, gave them to a couple of friends, and they're still rolling strong. Never had an issue. But I think it's because the little add-ons we did to help them out. So, first thing, that's one of the things, but we're going to show you how to fix that. So, real simple. These come with legs that are pretty standard pipe legs, okay? They come with a square piece that goes into this notched out area, okay? And all you do is stick this pipe in there, and you just keep adding more pipe to it to lengthen your legs. Well, like you just saw, you go to pull it out, they can fall out. Man, very easy. One self-tapping screw, hold it in there, it ain't going anywhere. And these legs are actually stiffer than people give them credit for, and we're going to show you what we do to make that as well. So what I'm going to do, I've already got these other two fastened in. Now note, these aren't providing any extra strength. They're just to hold them in to keep them from moving around. So first thing I'm going to do, self-tap and screw, okay? Already got those in. All I'm going to do is push his leg in tight, about a 3/4 of an inch or so from the bottom. All that's going to do is keep that in there, okay? Now grab me another screw. So we'll take this next screw right here, come up, about right there. Whoop. And again, all that does is hold that from coming out. So if you want to move the feeder around while you're working on it, or you're out at the lease, something's going to come apart. Now, you can see that inside here, if you wanted to, you could put your screw on the inside. But the reason I put it on the outside is you have a channel here, so when I screw back here, I'm not screwing through the barrel, no moisture can get in here, which is a very important thing we're going to tell you about too. Okay, so with these cheaper barrels, the biggest thing people complain about is the moisture gets in, gets the corn wet, moldy, clogs up, makes for bad corn. Simple, simple fix. Again, this all snaps together, and I'm going to show you what we do there. But first, I'm going to take some sealant. Now, I like to use this Lexel. I don't know how you say it, but not only is it a good sealant, it's very adhesive, so it will hold very well. So all we're going to do, get it going. We're just going to come around the whole thing, okay? You don't have to show the whole thing. Okay. Now, I've got it sealed. So you'll notice on the top part, it's got a lip that overlaps to keep water from being able to run anyway. That's one of the things that help it. Now, what I didn't tell you, and I should have, I went and took the surface on each side, roughed it up, scratched it up. That way the sealant will help stick because it's a smooth plastic. So we'll go ahead, we'll set it on, set it right over. Now, when you do this, it really doesn't matter. It's just up to you if you want to try to find the, I guess, perfect orientation, how you want to set it. Really doesn't matter. If you've got an idea of what you want to do, it's totally up to you. So we'll set it on. We'll kind of turn it a little bit. We'll find our holes. Okay. Once we find our holes, what these come with, they come with two little snaps. Now, The original comes with, it's a snap with a kind of a ring shank nail that you hammer through, opens up the bottom, keeps from coming out. What I do is I put a screw in there versus the nail. The screw is a little bit thicker and it won't come out. It helps open this up a little bit more too. So we'll go ahead and put one down in there. Do take it, screw it down in there. What it does, it's opening up that bottom, okay, and it locks it from coming back out. You'll notice you got a little bit of that sealant that comes with it. That's fine, won't hurt nothing. Leave it there. It's a feeder, man. Okay, so I put all the little rivets all the way around the slotted holes. Now what I do is I go back with one extra screw between each rivet. And the reason I do that, these have a tendency as they get hot, they can open up and flex. They have some little stiffeners there, but this is just a little bit extra support. All right, so I got all my rivets in, got all my screws in between, and plus with this Lexo, with that gray adhesive, it's not going anywhere, completely sealed, no moisture would get in there, I guarantee you. So now that we're there, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you how we put the lid on. It's got little rivets as well. We'll replace the little ring shank nails with screws that hold better, open better. And once that's done, we'll flip it over and we'll show you what we do to finish the legs out and install the motor. You're gonna like this new motor they came out with. Here, you don't really need any sealant. Feeling here, everything's opened up, tight, ain't going nowhere. Pretty simple. I shouldn't have to walk you through this. Push it on through. Put your little cotter pin in there, and there you go. Now it comes with the clip. I'm not a big fan of the clip. I don't like the way it grabs. So what I do, plain and simple, right here in the front, you have two holes. What I'll do is I'll put a screw in either hole, and I'll put a screw on the sides. Kind of a pain when you go out there, but what it does, like I said, when it gets hot, these things tend to flex, open up a little bit. But if you keep one in the front and one on each side, it stays down tight. Wind don't blow it open, animals don't tear it open, and that helps out keeping the moisture as well. Now these aren't the exact screws I use out there because it's not always you find that little star tip handy. I'll just put some regular Phillips screws in there. I just did that to make some holes to have it ready, and we're all set. Now I'm going to flip it over and we're going to install the motor. All right, so we got it flipped over. Now we're going to start the little funnel here. I'm going to go ahead and put it on here just to help seal. What I should have done is I should have flipped it over first, lined it up, then put the sealant on. But anyway, now I'm using Lexo. You can use any sealant you want as long as it's outdoors, just because of the environment. This Lexo, we've had it out there with snow and everything else. It's never let loose. It's a great adhesive. When you put it on thick like that, helps keep the screws from backing out, and just helps you all around. So now let's go ahead and put the motor on. So everything's attached up against the funnel, nice and tight. So what we're going to do, we're going to flip it back over and we're going to hook the solar panel up. We will be drilling through the barrel, so we'll put some Lexo on there, spread it out pretty good. Okay. Self-tapper, so we'll just let it go. Okay, she's in there on that side. Through the barrel she goes. You're gonna have a little bit. Everybody knows this is probably just a big bungee cord for a coon. So what I'm probably gonna wind up doing, I don't like to do, but I'll probably drill 2 little holes here, run a heavy duty zip tie, and pull that up against her, because I don't have any clamps that's going to hold that where it needs to be. So we'll see about that. All right, well, we've gotten this far, and I bet the first thing you guys ask is, why are you working in the house? Well, it's too windy outside, and with all this sealant, I didn't want to put it on there, get trashed and everything else in there. But anyway, I went ahead and wired the solar power, or the solar charger, to my alligator clips. I know a lot of guys don't like to use alligator clips, but what I do is when I put them in there, I spray it with some anti-corrosion material and some rust inhibitor, so they'll stay good for a long time. I'm going to go ahead and hook this up, and I'm going to show you the way this is supposed to work. Now, I'm going to push test, and I want to show you how the centrifugal force actually pulls this spring down. It's a pretty cool design. So one thing I do notice, and you probably noticed too, it's a pretty big gap. So it's probably going to throw a lot of corn. Now, good thing about it is you can set your timer. You don't have to set it so long. This is a 6-volt charger, so it don't have the power of a 12-volt to throw as far, but only time will tell. Unfortunately, I don't have any corn to show you, but sorry guys, a while ago didn't realize the mic was off. So it may got a little fuzzy. Apologize for that. You're probably hearing water in the background right now. My wife won't leave me alone while I'm trying to film. It's just the way it is. You guys know what I'm talking about. So to recap this video, all we did was use some silicone and some screws. I mean, nothing spectacular. All we did, I used the Lexol is what I have around. That's the stuff I buy all the time. That's something I prefer just because it's a good sealant and it's an excellent adhesive. So it helps keep everything together, keep the moisture out. If your screws back out, it will hold. Literally, if you've never used this stuff, you can take, and when you try to pry it off, it'll actually peel some of the plastic with it. It's pretty tough stuff. So again, cheap feeder. You know, I paid 120 bucks for it. By the time I put the charger, it was another 20 bucks in the battery. Okay. A lot of time you go and buy, these guys buy these feeders and they, you know, they're in the hundreds, and I like those feeders. But if you're hunting on some property that's not yours, or if you're on a lease, you know, you never know, somebody might come out there and steal your feeder. You're out hundreds of dollars. This thing gets stolen, gets damaged, I'm out 120 bucks. So it makes me feel better. And they last a long time. Like I said at the very beginning of the video, this is my 4th one I've had. The other 3 are still kicking, running strong. So I got a lot of faith in these feeders. So appreciate you guys. Next couple videos, we're going to set this up tomorrow. So now we got some hunting coming. I've been telling y'all we're going to do some hunting. Now it's coming. Got a little bit of fishing videos coming up as well. Hopefully this weekend we can get back out on the water. We'll see about that. But if not, again, got some hunting videos coming. Hey, we appreciate you guys sticking around. Like always, every chance you get, wet a line, let an arrow fly, put some rounds down range. We'll see you next time.